Hi everyone, welcome to Sama Rat Care and the 12 days of Christmas. We're on to day 6 now, so we're going to be looking at using paper bags to make a really quick and simple form of enrichment that you can do any day. That's kind of part of the idea behind this. With others you might need to do a bit more prep. With this you either have some paper bags in, which are quite cheap and easy for you to buy, or you just make your own out of scrap bits of paper. So I'm going to cover both options, and what we're looking at is basically ways of making this quite fun, using a bit of food but also using other textures as well, so you don't have to just do enrichment via food. There are many other ways you can do it without that. So I'm going to start off. I've got various different paper bags. These are some really cute little paper bags that I've picked up from a craft shop recently. They're quite handy because they're reasonably tough, quite nice, and once they get them down off where I hang them, then they can kind of actually sleep in them a little bit. They make nice little rat caves too, though they'll probably just pee on them because they are rats after all. So what I'm going to do with all of these, I'm going to put a mixture of different textures in. So I've got some hay here. Again, be careful with your hay, get good quality hay. This is very dust free. It kind of smells lovely. It's very, very kind of good quality, nice hay. And some people say that you can get a lot of lice and mites off hay if you keep it in for 3 to 4 weeks before you use it, well away from the rats, then that will effectively quarantine it so that you don't have to worry about it. And don't worry about rats nibbling a bit of hay, it's great for them. It's a bit of fibre. If they ate loads and loads and loads, it could cause problems, but it's not that interesting. They might nibble a few strands, they're not going to eat it like mad because it doesn't taste that good. Right, so as well as putting in hay, what I also have, which I'm going to put in the bottom of some bags, and I'm trying to alternate this to try and make it a bit more interesting for them using different textures. So what I have here, let's show it to the camera a bit. So these are little bits of coconut husk. I use these in my digging box as well, and it's just a different texture to what they used to with the hay. And it'll be interesting things. You get some big chunky bits as well. Not edible as such, but it's just kind of mixing things up. What I could also use is torn up bits and pieces of paper, shredded paper, as long as it's kind of safe for the rats to be around. Even substrate, and a bit of difference. Try and put a different thing in each one, and it's all kind of adding to the excitement. So there's 2 ready, and then I've got these really handy little paper bags. These I tend to put things in my kitten packs, but they're great for putting a small amount of stuff in, then scrunching up the end and just throwing them in the cage. I'm going to make them hanging this time because hanging makes things a little bit more difficult, and I like hanging things for the girls, but you don't have to, and these are great to have in for any time you want to do something a little bit different. Stick a bit of kind of substrate, hay or something in, a little bit of food, and scrunch it up, throw it in the cage, and it's added enrichment straight away. Right, so let's put a little bit of hay in this one. We have a large stalk of hay in there, they might like chewing that one. Right, so that's ready, and I'll put some coconut husk in the other one again. And then last way of making paper bag, if you've not got any in. Now this is again some more wrapping paper because it's something we're inundated with this time of year, but you can also use newspaper sheets, kitchen roll, anything like that. And basically to make a bag out of that is you just cup it in your hand, bring it together, put your stuff in, and then what we'll do eventually is we'll scrunch it up and tie it at the top, and we have a little bag. But we need to kind of put some more stuff in first. Right, so I will nice and simply do the rest. So we have 6 different kinds of bags with different things in them that are ready to have the stuff in. So I've got different stuff to put in here. So first off, I've got a couple of sweet chestnuts, and I'm just going to put them in some. We've got a very high value treat, so whoever breaks into this bag is going to be very, very excited. So I'll put that in that one, I think. I've got a little bit of dry mix, so put some in there, and then I need something in this. What I'm trying to do is vary the kind of textures they get in each, so that's a little bit of my oldie mix actually, so a bit of pita bread, interestingly enough, they'll probably quite like that. Yeah, I don't want everything to be the same, and actually different bags will have different values of treats in, which is quite nice. I remember one of my friends is a behavioural analyst actually, and she was talking about how actually the way to drive behaviour is to make sure that you don't always get rewarded every time, and that drives people's behaviour more than if you are rewarded every time. So in theory it may work with rats as well. I should work with rats as well, so that'd be quite an interesting one. Right, what else I'm going to put in? I've got some things that are non-food but interesting textures. So drinking straws, they don't eat these but they love chewing them up. And they're great fun actually for a toy for your rats if you just blow through them at it and they will attack the other end. They really enjoy that. But they're also quite fun as just like an interesting texture. So I'm going to stick those into a couple just for textures. Got a couple of feathers, again from just like normal craft stores, or you can actually, if you've got kind of clean feathers that you've from kind of well looked after birds, you could put them in as well. So again, I'm going to put them in different packets. And then we've got a couple of lolly sticks. They quite like chewing these. Again, they're interesting, different textures, so I'll stuck them in there. So what we now need to do is tie up some of our bags. Some of them I'll probably just hang open. So these two I'm just going to hang up separately. Right, where's our string? We have just normal string today. No particular reason other than I seem to have put the other string somewhere else. It happens. I'm quite kind of useless. So I'm just going to use that to tie up the ends to make them a little bit harder for them to get into. And again, I'll attach them to the bars. So I'm probably just going to make a little loop. Then I can hang them on things. There we go. I make this nice neat hanging loop. I did extra one of the downsides of having funny shaped things in, but actually again the rats don't want things to be perfect. They will be quite excited by something poking out of a bag. It'll give them something to attack. So that's nicely knotted, and again I'll do myself a little hanging loop. I could just throw these in plain, but I'm mean to my girls and expect them to work extra hard. Always fiddly jobs. I should really do this and do like, here's one I made earlier, but I'm not organised enough for that, sadly. It's a one I can work on in the future. Yes, I would definitely recommend, if you haven't already got it, make sure you get a bit of string in and some wire. And duct tape, actually. Duct tape's very handy. Duct tape may feature in tomorrow's build, assuming I do what I'm planning to do at the moment, and don't rush in something else last minute. Right, so we now have 6 bags, all filled with different things for the rats to enjoy. So I shall say bye very quickly, and then we'll go over to the cage and see what the girls make of them. So we're ready with all the bags of treats for the girls, and the girls are clearly very hungry. So let us see what they make of them. What have we got here, girls? No, that counts as escaping. That definitely counts as escaping, Tintin. What's in their thing? Come on. Where's my other bags? You know when you've got some of the bags ahead. Go on to the other side. Right, we shall see what they make of them. So they're slightly more interested at the moment in the open ones, because it's probably they can smell more from it. They're also trying to work out if there is indeed food in there. Now, I haven't put a lot of food in them. No, you don't, Chucks. We have a bit of action going on the back there with the simple one. Yes, it's got food. Come on, girls. It is a constant juggle with my girls to keep them in the cage. Ooh, what have you found, Chocobo? Now we have our first rat going into a bag, and she's found food. As soon as other people hear eating, they're suddenly a hell of a lot more interested. And actually they're structurally quite solid. It can fit a whole Ellie rat in there. Maybe not a mog rat. Mog rat has got a big belly. No, you don't. Go on. You see, actually the rope from a couple of days ago is still holding up quite well. No, I'm not going to stand here forever and hold you up thing. Yes, you can get in there. They're being a little bit more slow with the other stuff because it takes a little bit more work. Though there is quite a lot of interest going on with the paper bag at the back there. Hey Luna, are you not hungry? And Mog's just expecting me to feed her because I've just got her out for a quick video on showing her weight gain with pregnancy. Now they're looking for the rest of their food. They're like, oi, well, you're not going to actually feed us. Lovely shot of belly there. Oh, Mog is actually going to go in. We shall see how strong that bag is. Persuade a reluctant rat to do things. So not quite as exciting a response today, but I still think they'll have those all destroyed very quickly. But they are opting for the easiest option, which is not typical. I wonder how many rats can a bag hold. There is now, is it 3 rats in there? Yes, there is three fully grown adult rats in this tiny bag. I should perhaps use these as cage furnishings as well. And actually, you can't see it annoyingly, but the one at the back, the reason they're all going into here, they've popped this little one at the back and they've started to get stuff out of it. So they're quite happy with that. Right, I think that's it from me. I shall go and get them the rest of the food. So see you tomorrow.